again, my little yarnivores and spiderettes. Fiber Spider back again with another part of the Virus Meets Granny blanket. And so we are on round 18. And for those of you that are still with me, thank you for joining. All right, so in the last video, we went over how to do the Granny section, 6 rounds of the Granny clusters. And now we're going back to the virus stitch, that is. All right, so to begin with, we're in our corner, chain 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It is so humid here that the yarn is sticking to me. I'm sorry. All right, and we are going to skip these first 2 clusters and go into the next chain space. Well, the next space. There's no chain there, but into the next space right there. And do a single crochet. Now, so we have a nice big old loop right here, just like we have our 7 chain space down here. So it's all about the repetition involved. So after doing your chaining of 7 and a single crochet into the second space, chain 4, and into the next space, a single crochet. And so we need our 3 chain 4 spaces, our chain 4 loops once again. So 2 more times, 1, 2, 3, 4, single crochet into the next space, chain 4, single crochet. All right, so we have a big loop, 3 little loops, and we need a big loop again. Oops, oh my goodness gracious me. It happens. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, sorry about that, folks. All right, then chaining 7 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Skipping 2 clusters, going into the next space with a single. Chain 4 again, because we have the big loop, so we need 3 little loops. Chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Into the next space with a single. Chain 4 again. Single crochet into the next space. And we're going to keep doing this for the rest of this side until we reach the corner, of course. All right, so I've got 2 little loops. I just need to finish this one right here with a single crochet. And then back to the big loop, so chain 7, right? We're getting there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Skip 2 clusters, go into the next space with a single. Chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Single into the next space. Chain 4. Single into the next space. And chain 4 one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. For 3 of our chain 4 spaces. Chain 7 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Skip 2 clusters, go into the next space with a single. Scooch my work down this way. The one problem with my setup, that the bigger the piece gets, the more tricky it is to maneuver it. All right, chain 4 again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Single into the next chain, well, next space. It's all about the semantics, right? chain 4 again, 1 and 2, 3, 4, single crochet into the next space, chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, single crochet into the next space, and we have, if you counted correctly, you should have 2 clusters left. So, and because we had a big chain and 3 little ones, we need another big one, just like when we started, right? So, chain 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, single crochet into the chain 2 space, and then we turn the corner and we do the exact same thing for this side, starting with chaining of 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, skipping 2 clusters, going into the next space with a single, and then, a chaining of 4, single into the next space, and so on and so forth. So it's always a chain 7 loop, 3 chain 4 loops, another chain 7 loop, 3 chain 4 loops, etc., etc. for the rest of the round. And so to do a recap, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 of these chain 7 loops per side for now, okay? And it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 chain 4 loops per side for round 18, okay? So I'm going to go all the way around, and I'm going to meet back up with you when we're done with round 18, all right? So I'm going to get busy, and I'll meet back up with you. See you in a bit. Alrighty, so I'm almost done with round 18, but I like to do a recap, right? So I just did a chain 7 space, so it's back to 3 more chain 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, into the next space with a single. 1, 2, 3, 4, next space with a single. Chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next space with a single. And then we've reached our corner. So chain 7 to finish this up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now into the corner here, going into the chain 2 space with a single. And then, as I like to finish it up, into this stitch right here, this dark blue one, do a slip stitch, like so. All right, and that is the end of round 18, and we will continue on. Now, going back here, as you remember, we had our chain 7 spaces, then 10 double crochets, and then a double crochet each, and then a double crochet with a chain 1 space, and so on and so forth. And that's how really this is going to continue on for the virus section. It's, that bunch of rounds just over and over and over, all right? But we're going to do this together, and, we'll see what happens. All right. Alrighty, round 19. Okay, so we have our chain 7 space right here. So we're going to start by chaining up 3. 1, 2, 3. And yes, that counts as our first double crochet. And then so into the chain 7 space, 9 more double crochets for a total of 10. So that's 2, 3, and 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and this should be 10. Okay, let's see what we got. 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Perfect. Okay. Also, now I know I've stressed this a million times already, but I'm going to stress it again because the bigger your rounds are as you go, if you make a mistake with your counting, it is a really big pain to undo an entire round because you miscounted with especially these 10 doubles. So I stress this, okay, so I did my 10 doubles, and then we go directly into the chain 4 loop with a single crochet, like so. Chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, single crochet into the next chain 4 space. Does this look familiar? I hope it does. Chain 4, single crochet into the next chain 4 space, and lo and behold, we reached another chain 7 space where we, you guessed it, need to do a total of 10 double crochets. Also, as we've done previously, we had 3 chain 4 spaces. Now we only have 2 chain 4 spaces. Seem familiar? Hope so. All right, so now into the chain 7 space, another 10 double crochets. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Boom. And then, continue by doing a single crochet into the next chain 4 space, and then chain 4 again, single crochet into the next chain 4 space, chain 4, single crochet into the next chain 4 space, and then, another 10 more doubles into the chain 7 space. And that's really how this entire round goes. It's just a continuation of what we had been doing with the virus section in the beginning. All right, so for the rest of this round, okay, basically every time you hit a chain 7 space, 10 double crochets into the chain 7 space, and when you reach the chain 4 spaces, you go directly from the 10 double crochets, doing a single crochet into the next chain 4 space, chain 4, single crochet, chain 4, single crochet into the space, and then do another 10 doubles. And then when you hit the corner again, just going directly from this single crochet in this space to 10 double crochets here, 10 double crochets here, and then continue on your merry way, just like we did down here with these white ones here, okay? So I'm going to whirl my way around, and I'm going to meet back up with you when I have reached the end of round 19. Okay. Alrighty, so I'm almost done with round 19, but I still have one more 7 chain loop left. I did my little single crochet right there. And so now, just got to do this, and then we'll, do a slip stitch, and that'll be, the end of round 19, which is pretty spiffy. So I've got 2 already, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, and one more double check. 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Perfect. Okay, so then just to finish it up real quick, into the 3rd chain from the bottom. It can be a little bit tricky, but patience and persistence do pay off. So go in with a slip stitch and bada bing. Okay, so that's the end of round 19. So you're going to have these clusters of 10 double crochets separated by 2 of these chain 4 spaces in between each. And on the corners, it's going to be a total of 20 double crochets. Actually, this is how it faces you, and this is how it should look on the right side. So it's going to be 20 double crochets with no chain space in between. And so that's the end of round 19. Now, what I can do, sort of running out of space here. Okay. So we have our corners, and then it's 1, 2, 3 of these clusters. And then we have our big corner, and 1, 2, 3, and yes, another corner, etc., etc., for the entirety of round 19. All right, and we shall continue on, you and I together. Alrighty. Okie dokie, so we're on round 20, and we're going to continue right along. Now, this past row, yes, we had to do counting, but now we have the advantage. We only have to do a double crochet into each double crochet, which makes it a lot easier. All right, so I'm going to start, of course, with a chaining up of 3. And then, as I said, a double crochet into each double crochet. So it's going to be 9 more double crochets. So it's just 1 into each. Every time you hit one of these clusters, it's just 1 double crochet into each for a total of 10. Like so. By the way, I've been reading your comments, and I thank you for your responses, about what you call your grandmas and your grannies and your Gmas and so on and so forth. I like, I like it when you respond very much, to my perhaps silly little questions. I do appreciate it. All right, so now I don't need to count, but I'm going to anyway to show you that we're again not going past this double crochet and into that single crochet. Got to be aware of that still. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. And we're going to go right into this chain 4 space right down in here. And we had 3, those 3 blue ones, then the 2 white ones. So now we're just going to have 1 dark blue one. So going directly into the chain 4 space with a single crochet, chain 4 again, and a single crochet into the next chain 4 space. So now we only have 1 chain 4 space. And then go directly into the next series of 10 double crochets. easy as that, right? And that is, quite frankly, that is how the rest of this round is going to go. Just do a double crochet into each double crochet, and then when you hit the webbing, as I put it, just do your single crochet, chain 4, single crochet. It's easy as that. No stress involved. And I'm almost there once again. So I'm just going to scoot my way to the last stitch right here. And then going directly into the next chain 4 space with a single crochet, chain 4, and single crochet into the next chain 4 space. Easy. All right, and then going back in to the double crochets, just one in each, like so. And I hope that you get the gist of this round. And so yeah, it's just double in each double, a single crochet, chain 4, single crochet, double in each double, all the way until you reach this corner where you're going to do single crochet right here, then going directly into these doubles for a total of 20 doubles, and then go back into the gist of the rest of the round. And so I'm going to meet back up with you when I'm done with this round, and then we will do the last round of the the virus. The last round of the virus together, and that should give you a good understanding of where we need to be. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm almost done with round 20, and you know I like to follow up with you, so I did my single crochet, chain 4, single crochet, going into this last bunch of double crochets. Perhaps not necessary, but hey, I like to follow up with you guys. So going right in, doing our double crochets, and then we're going to finish it up with our trusty and true slip stitch, and then we'll be done with round 20. And for those of you that have been following along, you should have a real sense and feeling of accomplishment because, well, this is quite a bit. Now, of course, depending on how big you want to make your blanket, well, this is a drop in the bucket if it's going to be for a rather large bed, or quite a nice little snuggie for a small baby. All right, so I got my 10 on this side, and now, quite simply, just go into the top of this first double crochet, like so, and do a slip stitch. Ta-da! And so your entire piece around, you should have just one chain 4 loop every time you're in between your clusters of 10. And that's the end of round 20. Now, going to do one more, and then that'll be the end of the virus segment for now. So be right back with round 21. Okay, last but not least, round 21. And if you remember, down here, we had our 10, then one in each, and then double crochet with a chain space in between each, and that's exactly what we need to do now. So, I'm going to start right in with a chain of 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4, because you need a double crochet and a chain 1 space, and so that counts as that, and then going into this next double crochet with a double crochet. So we've got 2 doubles with a chain 1 space in between, and so right now it's just a matter of chaining 1, double crocheting into the next double crochet, chain 1, double crochet into the next, chain 1, double crochet into the next, and so on and so forth. And so every time you reach a cluster of these 10 double crochets, it's just one in each, a double crochet per double crochet separated by a chain one space. And when you reach the bridge, you just sort of scooch right over that, just like we did before. And almost there. Okay, like so. Now, so I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. And after doing this double crochet, I don't double crochet. I don't chain, excuse me. I don't chain right here. I just go directly into the next double crochet, which is right here. Again, be careful not to go into the single crochet, the chain 4 space, or that single crochet, just going directly into the other side over here with a double crochet. Now you can, of course, do a chain 1, if you want to, but this is how I've done it before, so I'm going to keep consistent. And I do get a lot of various comments and suggestions and so on and so forth of different ways of doing it. And I will say it again. I've said it before. Whatever you find works for you. And if you're more comfortable, and if you still get the desired result, hey, go for it. By all means, I encourage you, by all means, to march to the beat of your own bongos and to do what feels right for you. I would say that I'm perhaps a seasoned enthusiast. I don't really consider myself to be an expert by any stretch of the imagination, but I like to think I know a thing or two, and I like to share what I know, but I am not going to say that I know better than somebody else. No, no, no. Because we all have our value to bring to the table, and that's what I appreciate about this community. So 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10 once again. And then again, skipping over the single crochet, chain 4 space, and single crochet, going into the next double crochet on the other side, like so, chain 1, double crochet, and so on and so forth, all the way around for this round of 21. So again, every time you hit one of these fans of the virus, so to speak, it's a double crochet in each, separated by a chain 1 space, skipping over this chain 4 space, this bridge, so you got to bridge the gap. And then when you hit the corners, it's really just doing the exact same thing as you would do for one of these. It's just doing a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, all the way until you reach the next bridge. Okay, so I'm going to continue my way around, and I'll meet back up with you at the end of the round. All right. All right, so I'm almost done with the round, but you know me, I like to follow up. So skipping over this space, the single, the chain 4 space, and the single, going into the next double crochet. And we're going to finish up this corner together with, of course, a slip stitch, naturally. And so this is a full segment of the virus portion of the blanket. And so this is just one, and you would want to do 2 more of these repetitions of the virus pattern, and then you would go back to doing the granny for 6 rounds, and then 3 more of the virus, and then 6 more of the granny, and back and forth, as many times as it takes for you to achieve the size of your blanket, however big that may be. and I'm almost done right here. Yes. Always being sure to chain one at the end there. Going into the third one, making sure that it's not the fourth, because we need that chain one space, don't we? All right. Ta-da! All right, and that is the end of round 21. Now, so continuing on, because we're in the corner, you would, of course, chain up 7 and do a single crochet into here, and you would need your 3 chain 4 spaces, just like we had here, the 3 chain 4 spaces, the aqua blue right there, and then you would do your chain 7, bridging the gap from over here to over here, and so on and so forth all the way around for the continuation of the virus. And so basically it would be, so we have, one, series of holes, so it'd be another 2 more series of holes for the continuation of the granny virus. I keep mixing up those two, sorry. Now when we started, it was only 2 repetitions of the virus, but from here on in, how I did it was 3, then going back to the granny, and so on and so forth. And of course, you can refer back to the previous videos that I did. Now, I think after all this, after 5 parts of this series, that pretty much covers everything. Now, if I get enough of an outcry for more, well, I might continue on with this, but I think that this really does conclude the essentials of what is necessary in order to do this project for yourself. I really hope that I was thorough enough and, explained it well enough for all of you to, to get and to do, for yourselves. And I really hope that you liked it, because I love showing you things, whether it's something new or a variation of something, to make it something new that you too can enjoy. So if you did enjoy this, please give me a little thumbs up, because I really appreciate your support more than you know. And also, if you have any comments, whether or not, do you get it? Or would you like me to continue on? I may or may not. I think it depends on it depends on the ratio, because there's lots more that I want to show you guys, lots more projects that I want to do, and I think it's best to keep moving, but it's also good to be thorough. So there's a delicate balance, naturally. So with that being said, I really hope that you like this, and I do try to post as often as I can, so please subscribe, because I try to post whether it's crocheting, knitting, audiobook narrations, or my other YouTube channel, Fiber Spider Games. It's a lot of fun, video games and commentary and so forth, and check it out. So until next time, I want you all to stay inspired, stay caffeinated, and above all, stay stitching. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.